let's go to our next thing here. And I want to talk next about Viktora's EX job, and I want to talk about the free vision card that we're getting in Global. So I'm going to put on the screen here. This is the new vision card, right? It's in Japanese. We're on the Japanese War of the Vision site. On paper, I think this vision card looks good. And if you're newer and you don't have Viktora yet and you wanted to get her and get this vision card, that makes sense to me. And so let's just look at the VC for a second. 301 HP, 105 attack, and 3 agility. That's a really good stat line. Unit effect, pierce attack up 23. Party effect, pierce attack up 20 with accuracy +9, and then slash resistance for the ice units in your group. And you're probably thinking, like, for an MR card, this is pretty impressive. But I want to bring up that I think in Global, this card doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And let me tell you why. So let's switch over here. This is a card that we have coming soon. It doesn't load, like the picture doesn't load on the side. Let me translate to English. Heavy Magic Armor Maniple. That's what it's called. I don't know what it's called in English, but this is a card that's coming. It has attack and missile resist as the unit effect, and the party effect is AoE resistance and pierce attack up. So already, the MR card that we're getting, we know does not synergize with another UR Ice Element, specifically Ice Element card that's coming later. Like those pierce attack group buffs just won't stack. But it gets even weirder. Say you wanted it specifically for Viktora, well, there's already the Mask of Deceit vision card. Check out the stat line on this one. 305 HP, 125 attack, 55 dex, and 22 luck. The unit effect is Human Killer, which Human Killer, let's compare that. Like Human Killer 10 is just, it's really good compared to Pierce Attack up 23. Yeah, that's more Pierce Attack than you're getting for Human Killer on Mask of Deceit. But we're not done, because in Global, this card has Pierce Attack up 20 for Viktora specifically. This is a vision card. This is Viktora's vision card in my opinion. So this is just better as a unit buff than the new MR card. It is UR and you might not have it. Yes, I do hear those things, but this is going to give you missile resist, and it's going to give pierce attack 35 to the ice element units in your group. This card is just a direct upgrade, in my opinion, to the new MR card. Now, some of you were like, hold on, Orange. Let's go back to this MR card. It has slash resistance on it. That's useful in so many ways. Maybe you run it just for that. Well, I'd like to remind you, we all just got this card for free. If you bothered to level up Eterna Puritas here, it's got slash resist, and it has wind resist on it. It actually has 20 slash resist on it, which is more than the MR vision card that we're getting. So I wanted to talk about this card specifically because I just feel like, especially in Global, with the global buffs we got to Mask of Deceit, this card's weird. If you're a newer player and you're getting Viktora for the first time, building her up, this could be a really good stopgap until you get to some of the newer, some of the older UR vision cards like Mask of Deceit that are really good for her. And in that case, go for it. It's totally free. By the way, you're going to be able to farm all the shards, so I don't want to hate on it too much. It just felt weird. Like, I spent my last video talking, like, praising the development team. I'm gonna be like, what are you guys thinking on this one? That's a little off. Now, let's talk, though, about Viktora herself and her EX upgrade. And I have a little thing to put on the screen here. It's a thing we always talk about. And for Viktora, I think it's one of the most important things about her EX upgrade is the straight up stat boost that she's getting here. Look at the difference in her HP and attack from level 99 to level 120. Her HP goes up from 2259 to 3523. That is a huge jump. Her attack goes from 383 up to 514. Another huge jump. And not only that, the jump from 115 to 120, if you take her all the way, is significant. 2987 to 3500 HP, 486 attack to 514. Like, I think there's a lot of value in taking her all the way up. She's already moved 3 and jump 4. They didn't need to touch that. For a really old unit like Viktora is, 62 agility is nice. They left that alone. Her dexterity and luck get a little love. And I really think that statistically, like just talking about statistics, I think they nailed it with that part of her EX upgrade. But like always, that is definitely not the whole story. We gotta look at her skills. Like, what EX buffs did she get on her kit? Note that we have not gotten yet the new master abilities. That's about 4 months out, but someday she'll get that ice element buff. Someday, soon. It would be cool. Let me just take a minute to say this. It'd be cool if they just gave Global that new master ability thing at the same time they did for JP. JP players would cry rivers longer than the Missouri River, but it would be awesome. Okay, let's look at Viktora's EX upgrades. Let them cry. None of her support abilities get upgraded, but one of her counter abilities gets upgraded. Her Dragon Sword counter ability, whatever it's called in Global, I can't remember actually, gets a pretty significant upgrade. First of all, it gets a diagonal, which is really nice. Anytime you add a diagonal to the range of something, that's a big boost. Was it already range height 2? Yes, it was. It does 20%, it's a 20% chance to counter, absorbs HP 50%. It is typeless and elementalist, but now it will also decrease the target's AP by 15 and give Viktora 15 AP. It's a nice upgrade, but not game-changing in any way. Like, it's just going to be nice. But let's go down to her main job here, and this is where it gets good in my opinion. Horizontal jump, one of her best moves because it has an insane range on it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with diagonals. Like, you can jump a long way with this. It's range height 0 and it gets range height 1 with the EX upgrade. That's huge. Like, I want to stress that I think is very, very important. It changes to armor break dive with the EX, and it gives Viktora something she needs, which is a way to get around defense. It now decreases the defense of the target by 25 for 3 turns when she does it, and it still does 220% damage, which is big. Like, if you remember in Viktora's heyday, she used to just jump across maps and just like bonk people on the head real hard. I think this moves her closer to getting back to that form, especially with the like massive attack upgrade that she got from her EX stats. I do want to point out though, this does not increase her defense pin. It is a direct defense debuff to the target. There is a lot, man, my eloquently said, Orange. There are a lot of units out there that have resistance to defense debuffs. Think about somebody like Charlotte, who when she buffs her hate, also buffs her defense debuff resistance. This will not help her against targets like that. So it might not be the best tank busting skill against those tanks specifically. However, this is a really good upgrade, especially because the range height 1, no longer is she going to be dominated by this much of a ledge. Great. Now, her job level 25 ability is Frost Leap. This is a weird AoE, which is very symbolic for Viktora, the original queen of weird shaped AoEs. Like, we go down here to her limit break. Look at this. The OG, what the heck was Intern Kun doing when he designed this, spread on that AoE? Well, he's back. He made a big cross-shaped AoE. It basically just lacks the diagonals. Still a nice big hit radius. So I do like that. Range height 2, AoE height 1. 3 uses, 30 AP. She actually will jump. It's like Leap Strike, right? Think about Glassy and her Leap Strike. This is similar to that, except it has a 25% chance to inflict Frostbite for 3 turns. And Frostbite, one of the newer status effects in the game. It is a AP D-regen, right? Like, it's an AP drain over time, a damage over time to your AP pool. You get it. Now, I do want to say though, it only does 165% damage, which means if it could only hit one target, the AI will always prioritize using something like horizontal jump or vertical jump because those have higher multipliers on them. Even dragon dive, if the units are standing directly next to each other, will do more damage, so the AI will prioritize that. So I don't particularly love Frost Leap, and I don't like how it positions her right next to those other units, although with her upgraded counter ability, it does make some sense for her to be closer to units now, especially she was kind of like a range unit before with how long of horizontal jump's range was. And there you go. So my thoughts on Viktora EX, like, should you build her? I'm definitely going to build her. I need to collect some Mind Spheres for her. Somehow I don't have 400. I think if you're sitting on a bunch of her Mind Spheres already, it's a pretty, I think she'll be good again. And she'll especially be good again when we get that Elemental Mastery buff added to her soon. And we'll get to see what kind of, what kind of love she's going to get to her Master ability. Anyway, look forward to that. If you're new and you don't even have her yet, I would not recommend chasing her. It's just, I don't think she's going to be on par with, like, our newer units, ice units like Velric or somebody like that yet. But, you know, if you love her like I do, because she's a spear waifu, and you know we like those spear waifus around here, I'll be building her. I just need those Blossoms of Paradise. Let's hope they fix the 9-step banners for the new patch, or make them useful again so I can get my Blossoms. And that's it, y'all. Thanks for watching. If you want to support the channel, consider becoming a member on YouTube. Now that we're streaming on YouTube, hoping to up those membership numbers a little bit. You can always also use my Amazon coin affiliate link to buy Amazon coins or anything else on Amazon. And mostly just thanks for watching my videos. I hope you guys have a great day. Good luck if you're pulling for something. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.